Hello, this is Kelly, your Shake Up to Wake Up coach. I've been having a few calls with you, a few of you recently, and a big thing that's come up from a lot of you is a fear of failure. So I wanted to talk to you about that today because I don't know if you know my story, but right at the beginning when I quit the corporate rat race and set up my own business, some could say I failed because after 3 months, we looked like we were going into bankruptcy. So I kind of put all my savings, I put my house on the line to invest in this wellness centre. And it was our dream on a beautiful island, Ibiza, a lot of you know, to set up kind of retreats on a wellness centre. And yeah, after 3 months, we realised that the business we were buying was actually not very much of a business at all. So it looked like a big failure. And I really want to say to you today that failure, it is not failure. Failure is just a label. You label that as failure. But actually that accountancy problem, that bankruptcy, near bankruptcy, turned out to be our greatest blessing, our greatest, most fabulous blessing. Because the business that we built after that, we could never have built if we'd stayed in the same place. So I would be really careful about fear of failure and labels, because it's just a label and there is no such thing as failure. Failure only comes if you quit, if you give up and walk away. Everything else is a lesson, a really good lesson. And I tell you, my first year in business, the lessons I learned in all my failures and mistakes, I would never have learned in all the money I spent in the world at the best college in the world. I wouldn't have learned them. So you know what? The money I lost was an amazing investment in my business school. So really be careful of failures, fear of failure, because it's just a nonsense. It's just a label. And basically from my story, because I failed, I went on to build my dream business because I really connected to what I want. So I want to share with you 3 tips today when you have this fear of failure about what's coming up. So the first thing is to really focus on what it is you want. Because if you have any fear, you're focusing on what you don't want. That's what it's a message of. You're looking and thinking in the future and thinking, oh, this could happen, that could happen. And so therefore you're focusing on what you don't want instead of what you do want. So really focus, ask yourself what it is you want. And anytime you get the fear, anxiety feeling, just stop for a moment and just ask yourself, okay, that's my body's intelligence system telling me that I'm focusing on something that I don't want. What do I want? And it's really a daily or moment-to-moment practice to be able to do that. So really focus on your want. That's the first tip. The second tip is then really to connect to that vision of what you want daily. Daily, because the thing is that if you don't look at that vision of what you want daily, then you're going to get caught up with all the drudgery, all the negativity that our life is surrounded by, with what's on the news, what our friends say. You know, like, oh, you can't get a job there, or it never's going to work there, or no one's going to want that. And if you surround yourself, if you feed your mind with that, then of course it's going to be going to the fears and to the worst thing, because unfortunately we live in a fear society. So my second tip is really to connect to your vision every day. And I'm shortly going to be relaunching my Shake Up to Wake Up retreat to really help you build your vision. So you can look out for that. And the other thing is, I work with my clients on a one-on-one basis. I do NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and there's a great model to help you get rid of fear, but we need to do that on a one-on-one basis. But if you're interested in that, just drop me a line and I can tell you more about it. And then the third tip is to plan contingency, because the fact is that mistakes will happen, things will go wrong, things won't go in your favour. And you know what? It's really smart to try and plan and see what some of those are, because, you know, instead of just going, yes, it's fine, and just looking at your vision and going, yes, it's all fine, being level-headed, being sensible, being balanced, you know that life is full of ups and downs. There's no such thing as just up. So we can plan for the downs. We can use foresight and knowledge and plan for them, because you know the universe is balanced. It has anything that you see as good, there's bits of bad in it, and the other way around, just like the Tau symbol. So it's crazy to try and look at a one-sided world. So really think about what could go wrong, what are the negatives, and really weigh them up and take an informed decision. So that's using your head, but also listen to your heart, because your heart's guidance system is the most gifted. You know, we have a feeling about something sometimes, so connecting more to your heart and realizing what that wants, what that is crying out for, is your best guidance system. So yeah, third and final tip is really to plan for contingencies by listening to your head and working out logically, but also listening to your heart, because your heart knows, it really does know. So they're my tips on dealing with fear of failure. I'm probably going to do a PDF or something on this sometime in the future, because I think it's a thing that all of us are worried about. But remember, there's no such thing as fear. It's a fear of failure. It's just doesn't exist. Just doesn't exist. It's just learnings, and they are your greatest blessings if you're willing to find the courage to go for them. So I really invite you to find that courage daily, really daily, to commit to your dreams and don't compromise on them, because no one else is going to come over to you and hand your dreams on a platter. You need to go for them, and it's your life, and there's only one life. So I'm really looking forward to connecting with more of you in the Facebook group, and if you've got any questions, you can just comment below. And if you've got any other topics you want me to cover as well, comment below or send me a message, and I look forward to connecting with some of you one-to-one. Thanks, bye.